Hey brother! Ben, to quote the great Mike Wazowski, I'm on the cover of a magazine! Check that out. Beth and I are on the cover of the Roanoker, which, in case you're wondering, is a lifestyle magazine about the city of Roanoke in Virginia, where Ben and I grew up. How did this happen, you may ask? Well, as you may know, I will occasionally get called to model for this local men's store, and it turns out that the photographer who shoots that also shoots the cover of the Roanoker, and he asked me if I wanted to be in it. And initially it was supposed to be me and some other random model girl, but we had to reschedule from the first shoot and she couldn't make it to the second one, and so the photographer called me and said, "Hey, I hear you have a cute girlfriend." And I was like, "Yeah." So we called Beth and boom! Cover! The only downside is that people keep asking us, what's the story about? Like they're expecting something to be written inside the magazine just because we're on the front. I mean, what kind of logic is that? But there's actually nothing about us. We're just supposed to look like a young couple having fun on the town. So, Ben and I have come up with a way to get inside the magazine. Every year, the Roanoker runs a promotion called the Best of Roanoke, where people can go in and vote for their favorite burger or museum or coffee shop or whatever it may be. But this year, they have a category for Best YouTube Channel. We, all of us, must win this. Firstly, because I can't even think of another YouTube channel in the area, and second, because we obviously have the best audience like ever, right? Not just in Roanoke. I mean, look, someone sent me a wand earlier. How freaking awesome is that? It's so cool. I'm still blown away by this. I mean, I just have utter faith in you guys that you will go help us vote for this and just like swing the votes of a lot of other categories too, and I'll get to that in a second. Voting is a little bit tricky. It's broken into 4 sections represented by these 4 boxes. Inside of each section are numerous categories for you to vote on, and you must vote in at least 10 categories for your ballot to count. Our section is the yellow one. Let them do it, the best in services. But like I said, you have to vote for 10 things for your ballot to count. So the problem is after you fill in SuperCarlinBrothers for best YouTube channel, chances are you don't know 9 more things about Roanoke to fill in the rest of the ballot. So today I'm going to tell you which 9 other categories to fill in and what answers to fill them in with and why those answers are in fact the best in Roanoke. I'm kind of excited about this because we grew up here and we don't talk a whole lot about our hometown on this channel, but it is actually a really big part of our lives. I mean, we couldn't say anything the first year for obvious reasons, but even since then, we haven't brought it up a whole lot, and I really want to share this with you guys. First category, best men's haircut. Jax. I mean, do I need to say anything else? Category 2, Fido's favorite place for a walk, the Greenway. The Greenway is a meandering footpath that follows the Roanoke River. Beth has trained for 3 half marathons running on this thing. I have done a ton of running on it. I'm actually in charge of a committee at work that is in charge of keeping a section of it clean. We even took some engagement photos on here. It has become a weirdly important thing to me in the past couple of years, and that's why it's getting my vote. Category 3, best wedding caterer, Pumpernickel Pickle. First of all, it's just fun to say. I mean, Pumpernickel Pickle, Pumpernickel Pickle, Pumpernickel Pickle. Last year, my building hosted an event called The Taste of Roanoke, where you could just taste a bunch of different foods from the area. And so I invited Ben and Beth to come and get their fill of free food. And while I was waiting for them to get there, I stopped at like every booth anyway. So when Ben got there, I said, "Hey, go to this Pumpernickel Pickle booth. It is awesome. It is my favorite thing here." And then when Beth came, I said, "Hey, go to the Pumpernickel Pickle booth. It is awesome. It's like my favorite thing here." And then the third time I walked past them, they were like, "Hey, you have been here like 3 times. Would you like some free chicken?" Yes, I would like some free chicken, so I had to walk around for the rest of the event with this bag of just seasoned, cooked, hilarious looking chicken. And I have to say it was so delicious when I got home and ate it. That's why they're catering my wedding. Best place to buy engagement jewelry. Well, I happen to have some recent experience with this. Jewel's Fine Jewelry. I know, weird that someone named Jewel would open a jewelry store, right? When I started engagement ring shopping, I figured it was gonna take forever, but it actually only took like hours. I went to this store and they were about to close, but they stayed open for me. They even poured me a beer. I'm betting that's a sales tactic and people that have had a drink are more likely to buy more expensive things, but either way, it did calm me down. And they walked me through the whole process and didn't mind that I stared at like 2 rings for like an hour before finally coming to a decision, and they've been great since then too, and they totally deserve your vote. Best local wedding venue. Convenient the number of wedding categories, right? Center in the Square Rooftop. This is where I am getting married, and it just so happens to house the largest saltwater aquariums in the area, which a certain brother Benjamin of mine maintains. Local website you visit the most, mountaincorals.org. Ben made his entire Project for Awesome video about this. Mountain Corals is the nonprofit he started this year, you know, while running his other business. I mean, I don't know when he has time to do anything, let alone film Super Carlin Brothers video while he's out starting all these different awesome fish things. Best local Facebook page, Super Carlin Brothers. Duh. Best local Twitter feed, Jonkerlin. Best local Pinterest board, JMU Beth. Beth, if you haven't picked up yet, is my fiance, and for the amount of time she spends on Pinterest, she had better have one of the best boards in Roanoke. Links to the website and answers for all the different categories are in the description box below. Please go vote. Also, happy to say that the first week of Super Carlin Sock Club was a success. Look at all of these awesome sock pictures people posted today. I think my favorite was this one, the bacon socks by 80s Reese's Puff. And finally, one last shout out to Kat Griffin, who sent us these wands. I've been playing with it all evening. Thank you so much. They're so cool. Ben, my question for you and everyone else is, have you voted? Go do it and then let us know down in the towel section below. That is it for me, Ben, but I will see you in another life, brother.